everybody. My name is Catherine Langford, and this is
Sarita Oduniyi.
And we are here because we are just two women of two different generations. Mm-hmm. Now, what is your generation?
Millennial.
And what did you tell me I was?
I think you're Gen X.
A Gen X, okay. My son keeps joking and telling me I'm a boomer, but I am not a boomer. Nothing wrong with boomers. I just don't fall into that category. And so we are doing this podcast, vlog. We're not really sure what it is quite yet, but I just wanted us to talk a little bit about who we are as people, how we met. We are two women, two different generations who are dealing with families, our finances, and just what's going on in our lives. So we are just going to have some conversation. This first segment is just you guys getting to know us. So I, like I said, I'm Catherine Langford. I've been in the mortgage industry over 20 years. I currently work at a bank. And I love financial literacy. So I have a podcast, I have a website, financeandaffirmations.com. And I love talking to people about money. And Sarita's sitting here kind of with a smirk on her face because I mean, any little thing I'll be like, and what they do? And what was it? I just love talking about it. It's just like an area of creativity for me that I didn't even realize until the last few years.
And you're really good at it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And so that's kind of what I do. And then Sarita, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Yes, I am Sarita Oduniyi. I am a youth worker, youth practitioner. I've been one for about 15 years now, a facilitator. I'm currently a program director of an after-school program and a healing center. And my baby, as in my job, because I do have babies, which we'll get into that a little later, is I am youth work. And I am youth work is just a place where it was really a vision from God. When I lived in Florida, I noticed that the industry just had a lot of burnout. Like people, it was a lot of turnaround in different youth organizations. And it was really, there's not a hub where youth workers can come to get replenished or a place where youth workers feel that they can grow in this field or the field is not taken seriously. So in the last few years, it has been getting taken seriously. So just wanted to create a space where youth workers can come and get advice and get training and get some rest and get restored and go back out in the field, really. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and I took a break because I feel like I had babies back to back. And so now I'm revving back up. So.
Okay. All right. So she's with I Am Youth Work. I am Finance and Affirmations. And we are going to actually probably have a segment, an episode, digging a little deeper into that. Because what we do both do is we both consult. In those areas, so you can partner with us, and we do that as our little side gigs. So that is something that you can do, and so we'll talk about that a little bit more on another segment. So one of the things I just wanted to talk about with you is how we met, how we connected, and how we are now. So I'll start on my end. So I'm from all these places, right? So I was born in Compton, California, but then I grew up in San Antonio, Texas. And then I moved to Atlanta. And then I've been in Minneapolis for 10 years. And so we are both...
It's been 10 years?
10 years already. Ooh. I can't believe it. And so we are both seminary trained women. And so when I came to Minnesota, I found the only Black Presbyterian church in the whole state. And so became a part of it. And so that's where I met Sarita. And she was... prior to you being married, so you were Sarita Howard.
Yeah.
And I think I got here in 2012. So were you still...
Oh, I was undergrad still.
So she was still in undergrad.
Yeah.
And she was very active in the church, but I knew she was in school. And I don't know, something like just our spirits connected. Spirit told me that I needed to be connected to her in some way. And that I needed to help her on her journey as much as I can.
Yeah.
And so early on, it was really more just like, church members kind of thing. But we have grown and now we are friends.
Yes.
So Sarita is that kind of young woman that is, to me, an old soul very mature, very wise. And I like to hang out with her, even though we're almost 20 years apart.
I like to hang out with you too.
Yeah. So that's how I met Sarita. So I've seen her through a few things, just watched her life. I watched her get engaged and get married, and now she's had her second baby, and I'm just so proud of her. I really am proud of her. And you guys, she is great with youth. I mean, she really is. And she is pastoral care all day long, okay? Where I be like, and look, I mean, I know as a seminary trained person, I'm supposed to be better, and I do okay. But she's like excellent. So I just want to put that out.
No, you are excellent.
Stop.
And I almost said your title. Anyway, Catherine. It's so weird to just say Catherine. You do have pastoral care, because I give you some of my most intimate. Like, at this point in my life, you probably know a little bit more than my mama.
Okay.
You probably
look, but I honor that. Thank you.
Yeah,
for trusting me like that.
I do, and so I have. You are my family's auntie and financial advisor. I know y'all for real. Like, any move, I'll be on the phone like, wait a minute, I gotta ask Catherine about this move. I gotta see if we got enough. And she be on the phone. Now, what she gonna do? She ain't gonna give you too much emotion. She gonna give you logic. She gonna be like, let's think about this. So, so she is my, what would you call that? The balance beam or something, whatever. So, anyway, I trust all of that about how we met, and then how it has grown from me being undergrad, early 20s. I think you met me when I was dating somebody crazy.
Oh, and baby, I didn't know much about that until later. And
then, so you have witnessed a whole lot, and I have witnessed a whole lot with you. Because she came here, her kids were small, like really small.
Two and four.
2 and 4. And so I remember early on admiring the way you maneuvered motherhood, and the way you maneuvered ministry, and just your life. I admired a lot of that. So a lot of the stuff that she probably don't even realize that I was witnessing as a young woman about her womanhood, I apply to myself today. So
wow, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so really that's the intro. That's who we are, Catherine and Sarita. You will hear us call each other Rev, Elder, because we are two church girls, and with all of the joy and the pain that comes along with that, because it is joy and pain.
Yes.
And so you may see some of that come out in who we are, but we are both women who are still trying to figure it out. So how old are you, Sarita?
I'm 33. I will be 34 in July. I was born in 89.
In 89. Okay. And so I am 52. I will be 53 in June. I was born, oh my God, am I going to say this? I was born in 1970. And so what's so nice though is when Sarita shares certain things with me, it's so hard for me, because you know how you'd be like, girl, well, let me tell you what happened to me. And I try not to like put my stuff on her, but we go through some similar things, but things are really different now. And so we're going to talk about some of those things. Yeah. And then for me, my heart is always how it affects us financially, right? Yep. Because finances are really every part of our life. We have to consider our finances, no matter what it is as mothers, whatever our careers are. Are we trying to make more money? Are we trying to, stay out of work to have kids? How hard is that? Are you going to breastfeed? I mean, there's like so many different things, and money is a ribbon through all of that. And so helping people to make those choices is something that I enjoy. And one of the things that I am very passionate about is its healing-centered financial programming. So we're trying to get to the root of why you're making the decisions that you're making, and trying to make sure that we weave in like what your values are, right? And fun.
That was good. Say that again.
Healing-centered financial programming.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you. But no, that's truly where I want to get, right? Because there are so many people out there. Thank goodness we have African American women and African American voices now that are in the financial space in every aspect of it. I follow many of them. You'll probably hear me talk about some of them at some point. And so what I want to add to it, not that it's not there, but what I'm focused on, finance affirmations, is the healing centered part of it, right?
Yeah.
Because we got to understand why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And as we're taking the steps toward financial freedom, literacy, whatever that means for you, I want people to do it in a place of joy.
Yeah.
And gratefulness. And yes, it'll take some discipline. And yes, there's some things you're going to have to stop. But I don't want it to be where it's just so, strenuous that you're like, forget that. I ain't doing that,
Right.
So that's kind of where I am with it. And dealing with youth. I mean, I deal with the gamut. So I guess I'm saying all the stuff I would say in a segment that we talk about our businesses. But so I'm going to stop talking now. So is there anything else you want to add in this intro segment?
I hope you all enjoy. I guess I do. I hope you all enjoy, because really this came together because we just have these conversations on a given day. Like, you got 5 minutes, and 5 minutes turn into an hour. And so we just know we're not the only women, the only people. And it's not just for women. This conversation is, for everybody. We couldn't be the only two out here talking about all of this joys and pains and tumultuous and highs and lows of just life and finances and career and all of that. So
yeah,
we hope y'all enjoy it.
Thank you. And we want y'all to talk back to us.
Yep.
Okay? We want to hear about your experiences. We will tell you about ours, but we definitely want to hear about yours too.
Yep.
And tell us what you're doing and how you're moving through the world, how you're journeying through the world. So thank you so much for being here. And we hope that you will continue with us on our journey.